Good afternoon, dear colleagues. We continue our working day at Ukraine Crisis Media Center, and the topic of the next press briefing is national idea in the social life of Ukrainians, a presentation of live journal in the framework of Ukrainian House project, the Center of National Idea. Natalia Tkachenko-Rytvina, head of the charity foundation SOS Mission, Vadym Grin, vice president of the charity foundation SOS Mission, Yuriy Stelmanchuk, director of Ukrainian House, and Orfei and Terzidik forever presenter. Okay, so welcome on stage. Good afternoon. I'm Natalia Tkachenko-Rytvina. I'm head of the charity foundation SOS Mission that deals with very difficult problem of drugs and alcoholic addiction. And we promote healthy lifestyle, and we carry out projects that are connected with the fact that our nation should be culturally healthy and physically and spiritually healthy. That's why we support the movement that was started by the Ukrainian House. Ukrainian House is the symbol of Ukraine, and the program of national idea is implemented. This is a program that unites everyone, all the patriots, people who understand what is going on in our country, and we as a fund support the journal called Assembly, the journal, the magazine that is called Assembly Business Status and Style. It is a very interesting live journal, first live journal where people express their ideas and show their position on the pages of this journal and announce interesting events that will be held in the country. And after the edition of the journal, they can get together and they can share their experiences. They can tell about their plans and get united in order to improve the life in this country. And this presentation will be held on the 19th of April at Ukrainian House. And I would like to present the head of the Ukrainian House, Yuriy, who will tell you about the program that is held by Ukrainian House. Good afternoon, everyone. Time and situation is very difficult for Ukrainians, and it requires from each of us consolidation and unification. And we need national idea as a consolidating force. Many scientists, politicians, they worked on this topic, and they didn't reach consensus, and they don't have single opinion what this national idea should be. Of course, we have history of Kiev and Rus and Cossacks and many other historic events, but everyone agrees that all these events that were going on, starting from Kiev Rus and till the events in Maidan and in ATO area. So this is there should be something new created on the basis of historic events and values that are present on the basis of culture, traditions. They should be the basis for creation of a powerful state. And simple people, they will be able to make their contribution, and everyone should understand his mission in the country. Everyone should understand his talents, and SOS Mission has the task to deal with the problems of alcoholism in the country, and also this is a problem also at the front line. And we understand the responsibility of the SOS mission. We understand that we should take serious decisions. Otherwise, we will lose people, and there won't be any treatment for these people. And our country should pay attention to this problem. Ukrainian House is a platform and a partner of this project, and we are glad that the first step was made. Thank you, Yuriy. And now the floor is given to Vadym Grin, Vice President of Mission SOS.
Good afternoon, dear ladies and gentlemen. I would like to talk positively about, of course, the context in the country is very difficult in this domain with this problem, but Natalia told much. I can't add something. I support with all my heart this project, and I am eager that the country address the situation positively in this field, and we will put every effort so that our country, Ukraine, become flourishing and healthy nation. Thank you. I'm giving the floor to Ms. Olena Brodska. Good afternoon, dear colleagues and dear audience. I'm glad to talk at so good event in the framework of this project, Ukraine SOS. It concerns enrichment of the nation's culture. The team is a charitable team. They help people who are drug addicts and alcoholics to reach some stability in their life. And this way they help people to be more healthy, to be more educated in culture, and we help with musical performances of Orpheus and Yuriy. You will soon see this event. We would like to invite you to this performance. Part of the funds from our project, they will be transferred to Mission SOS so that rehabilitation centers are established for women who require our assistance. Culture and good deeds will help us will give us the opportunity to help those people and to support charitable fund Mission SOS. I would like to summarize. You will see many various projects and what unites them. This is the idea of the foundation to nourish healthy nation, and also one printed SOS assembly. This is a translator of ideas into action, which are progressive in our country. At the pages of our magazine, which joined different people. This is an ambassador of Belarus, ambassador of Kuwait, and the head of Ukrainian Association, Mr. Rakhansky, and the Ukrainian House project, and other projects and other personalities, rock opera, Orpheus and Evridika. And we would like to show people the way how to live spiritually, and to be close to people who can show the right way to live, so that people do not like to go into extremities. If a person is rich spiritually, culturally, the situation in the country will change, and there will be no willingness to take drugs or alcohols. You told that the presentation of magazine will be in Ukrainian House. Yes, it will be on 19th April at 7:00 p.m. And I would like to invite you and to see this magazine, which just starts its first steps, and you will have the opportunity to have interactive communication with the team. This is the first event of this sort. Tickets are paid. We invited public persons. There will be 12 embassies presented, and politicians will be present. We do not divide people into classes, some by political views. We join people, we unite them. We unite all the people who would like that our country has an other future, and religious leaders will be also present, and other active personalities. And what is the statistics of people who die annually from alcoholism and drug addiction? The last year's statistics is awful. From this diseases related to drug addictions and alcoholism, 120,000 persons died in Ukraine last year. Every 4 minutes, one person died in Ukraine from these problems. If we do not take any steps to combat alcoholism and drug addiction, and if we do not take steps to nourish healthy nations, the figures will become worse. So this figure is higher than the figures of the death rate in ATO area, where people die because of hostilities. Yes, this is so. We should take steps so that we establish rehabilitation centers, and we should make our nation more enriched in cultural spheres, so that people do not take drugs and alcohol.
From National Agency, Valentina Pashenko, I would like to ask about why there is paid access and restricted access, and why the representatives of embassies will be there. So, firstly,
не безразлично.
Ukrainians are concerned about the situation in the state, and embassy representatives, ambassadors, You can read it on the paper, on the pages of our magazine. They do everything possible in order to help our country. And also alcoholism and drug addiction. And the information is present in this magazine. There is information on the projects in the sphere, and there will be the representatives of Interpol in at our event. So this is an international problem. So this journal is called Assembly's Business Status and Style. And there are a lot of projects, and this journal, it tries to unite progressive people in order to improve situation in our country and to overcome the difficult situation we now face. And whom does this journal represent? Maybe rich people? No. If we are speaking about the projects, Elena Vronska, the producer, presented the project. They will advertise Ukraine in the world. Orpheus and Yuriy opera and Ukrainian best singers perform in this drama, and Ukrainian culture will be popularized in the world, and they will show not rich people but talented people who inspire others, and those people, other people want to follow. And of course, there are some rich people who are examples, and we show personalities. And it doesn't matter whether this person is poor or rich, or what is the ethnicity of this person is not of our concern. So we believe that people should do everything in order to overcome the situation, and Ukraine should be a free and independent country. And if you support these ideas, welcome to our journal. So the journal will highlight some important problems and aspects and projects that are carried out. And what is the language of this edition? How are you going to represent this information? So there are articles in Ukrainian, in Russian, and in next edition we will have an interview with the ambassador of Italy, and we respect representatives of Italy, and there will be article in Ukrainian and in Italian. So it is a democratic edition. We do not divide nations and languages. We show people their thoughts, their attitude, and their deeds and their projects, and we inform people on interesting events. I invite you on the 19th of April, but I want to know about the details. As I understood, on the 19th of April, this is the presentation of the new format of the journal, and this journal is the partner of SOS Mission, and our task as a charitable foundation is to do everything possible to promote a healthy lifestyle. We have motto, healthy nation is a strong nation, and we will help to realize the program, and I invite you to attend, and all now you see only several representatives of this magazine. This is a live journal, it is interactive, and all the participants, they will be there, and you will hear their ideas, and you will know about the projects these people implement. So I'm from the news agency. So I need facts to inform my readers. And they say that they will provide money for some centers. Yes, Lena told you already, and the only way how to fight physically, how to treat from alcoholism, is the rehabilitation process in special centers. And our fund, we cooperate with Renaissance rehabilitation centers, and they will be present at our meeting. And there are no rehabilitation centers for women. You know that women, they need not only treatment from alcoholism, but also they need psychological help, because the load on our women, it is rather big, and we plan to open the first rehabilitation center for women this year. And part of money for these tickets of rock opera Orpheus and Yuriy, this is a Ukrainian project, but this money will be part of this money will be provided to create such centers. We signed contracts with 4 countries where this opera will be present, and it is very important. You know that opera theater, they have this opera in their repertoire before premiere, so we have eternal values, and one of such values is music. And this rock opera, this is a song of love, and only love can make us stronger and can help us survive in any situation. And maybe I brought this beautiful project here, and we are proud that here in Ukrainian House there will be some premieres of these wonderful areas of this Orpheus and Yuriy opera. But the presentation of the journal is in the framework of the program that is carried out by Ukrainian House that was started recently. And there are some exhibitions, and these are exhibitions, charitable exhibitions, and in May there will be, I invite all Kievans to see those pictures that are located here in Ukrainian House, and we support this action. We don't only work on this narrow program, we support any charitable actions, and there will be an auction, and the money that will be got from this in the course of this auction, we will give this money for the development of Ukrainian House, and Yuriy Ivanich is going to tell us about this. Ukrainian House changes format. It was in the epicenter of the Maidan events. And 2 years ago, the losses, about 30 million, and everything that is done in the Ukrainian House, this is not government funds, this is not funds of investors. This money is provided by the volunteers, by patrons, so they continue to restore the building. And this is a symbol of Ukrainian hope. Of course, strategic things like heating, this is a lot of money, and halls of Ukrainian House, they need some renovations, some better conditions.
Звичайно.
Пане Юрію, колеги, я дуже вибачаюсь. Перше, час прес-конференції вийшов. У вас буде можливість поговорити вже off records. Дякую, що до нас прийшли.
Дякую за
Thank you very much for coming. Until the next time, goodbye. The next press briefing in several minutes.